Hello to my Aries. All right, Aries, let's get right into your reading. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. This reading is for the 5th through the 12th of January 2025. Let's get right into it. Let's see what's in your cards. We're going to start out with this Oracle deck first. Let's get into it. Let's see what's going on. Full moon, right? 29. Some kind of an awakening is happening here. Fully illuminated about something. So we know what the full moon means. We have a full wolf moon on the 13th. You may want to mark your calendars for those of you all who are new to moon phases. So full moons are usually when people get, fully illuminated from the inside out. So your emotions are kind of, you want to make sure you protect your energy during full moon because, well, this full moon, there's a lot going on. So we have a wolf moon, right? And so the energy of a wolf just in general is about packs, right? So tribe. A lot of people are trying to find their tribe. A lot of people are trying to find their people, their group, right? Whatever frequency that you're on. This year of creativity, right? You're creating whatever it is you're trying to create for yourself. So you're trying to find your group of people, right? And some people will be, some of your friends may have moved away. They may have, whatever, you have for whatever reason, people may have moved away, changed jobs, relocated, whatever. Life changes, right? Life cycles have ended, like whether the job has ended, people retired, whatever happened, right? Move on. So you're making room for creating new, whatever you're creating. So you want to make sure you're praying for people that are on your frequency, people where you are in your life right now, praying for that. Let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Let's get into it. So 2 and 9 is 11. So you're getting off the fence and stepping into your light. Here we have the 5 of swords here. So one thing somebody is not going to be about moving forward is the mind games. Not about the mind games. Not about the mind games. So you don't want to be used as a pawn. And so you want to make sure nobody around you feels like they're being used as a pawn either. That's right off the bat. Here's the High Priestess. So your intuition should be telling you that. If somebody feels like they're being used as a pawn, that's where you stop right there because you already know how it feels. If they feel like they're being used as a pawn, they don't feel like they have any power. That's what you could have in common with somebody. It's like you already know how it feels to be used, how uncomfortable it feels to be used as a pawn in a game. So that could mean like if you were ever a kid caught between divorced parents, or if you were in a job, in a bidding war at a job or something like that, and you're like, okay, this is ridiculous. Like, I just want to come to work and do my job. I don't want to be in the middle of a bidding war, or you were in the middle of something and you just felt powerless and almost like to a point of force, or people playing mind games and all. You're just like, okay, I don't even want to be a part of this. So if you don't, so basically, social saying, if you wouldn't want that done to you, then you're not going to do it to somebody else. So we have High Priestess. So you're closing out a cycle. Something you're closing out. You're just moving on from something. Finally, you're closing out a cycle. Closing it out. So, and finally putting a manhole cover over the past. You just finally just closing out something and moving on. So, and just being more conservative with your time. Yeah, just learning how to be a little bit more conservative with your time. Yeah. That's how somebody's going to free up some time for money, because that's how you're making room for your wealth to come in. You're saying, okay, I'm just making room. I'm just learning how to be a little bit more conservative with my time. There are going to be some people that you're going to unfollow on social media because it's like out of sight, out of mind. There are going to be some people that you won't be talking to anymore, or even talking about anymore. Out of sight, out of mind. Don't talk to them. Don't talk about them. That's what's going to free up some time. Again, you're not playing any games. Somebody's very serious about being conservative with your time. You got 24 hours in a day. Somebody's like, listen, you're gonna get out of your day what you put into it. So if you're investing your time in mind games and people being used as pawns and all of this other stuff to find out what's going on and all of this behind people's closed doors, that's what you're going to get out of it. So somebody is now like, okay, I'm focusing on my legacy. If I'm going to create room for that, that's what, and so that's how you're going to see your legacy grow. Somebody's going to say, you don't care about what's going on behind somebody else's closed doors. You're too busy focusing on your own legacy. That's the frequency that you're on. And that's what you're becoming enlightened about. You're like, you don't care about what's going on behind somebody else's closed door. You're just focusing on your own legacy, right? There's a temperance card. Because now somebody's seeing something from a higher frequency. You just want to be in harmony and peace, right? Here's a nine of pentacles here. Yeah. Now somebody's seeing, what you have in common. You don't want somebody behind your closed door trying to figure out what you're doing, and you that's what you have in common. You want your privacy, what's going on behind the same thing, right? You want somebody preying on, what you got going on behind your closed doors. So, yeah. So somebody respects it. Somebody is like, add structure and authority to something. You're seeing things from a higher frequency, in other words, right? So that something brought you into light high priestess energy, which is good. Something brought you into light high priestess energy, which is good. So that's something that you're rebuilding. So something brought you to the throne. Something brought you to the throne. You say you respect it. Because that's what you have in common with somebody. So because of that, Source is cooking up something nice for you. So that's a good thing. So again, you and somebody are learning how to be more conservative with your time. Yeah. No more confusion. No more confusion. You're not dealing with anybody who is, like familiar spirits. So, well, I'm familiar with this and I'm familiar with that. And you're not even talking to energies who just, like I said, toss out what they're familiar with. You're not even getting into those conversations anymore. As far as you're concerned, you rather pray for somebody than pray on somebody. So something has changed. Something has changed drastically here. All right, so let's go ahead and close this out. So you ready to close it out? Let's go ahead and close it out. Let's get ready to close it out. So yeah, that's how somebody's legacy is going to grow. Yeah, but somebody's now moving towards more sacred circles here. You're putting a manhole cover over the past, and you're moving towards more sacred circles. Just in your personal and your professional life, you're done with people who are just, creating confusion. They're familiar with this and familiar with that. You got as much information as you need. You say you don't need no more information. You're good. You're getting back to work. Getting back to work. Yep. Not falling for the bait and switch anymore. Yep. Here we have the 3 of Cups here. You're grateful that the past is behind you. So it looks like some people took a trip. Somebody went home or something. Somebody went on a quest to find out some information. Wow. Hopefully wherever somebody went, they called and made some contact or something first. Somebody just popped up somewhere. 2 people went somewhere. Yeah, 2 people went somewhere. Somebody came to you or something happened, but somebody went somewhere. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Somebody came to you, just popped up at your house. I don't know. But that's what you have. That's what you may have in common with somebody. If somebody just popped up at your house, Aries, you may have a problem with that. Like that's what I'm looking at this, like people being used as pawns to just pop up at your house and just with no, warning whatsoever. They just pop up, right? So, yeah, here we have the 7 of Pentacles here, just popping up. So, yeah, here we have the King of Wands here, yeah. Yep, let's close it out. And then that card right there, the 5 of Wands, somebody look like they don't even want to be there. Somebody, I don't know. That's what I'm looking at your cards here. Like somebody has a lot of familiar spirits around you. People who are, seem like they're familiar with your schedule, your coming and going, Aries. So you want to pay attention to all of that. They familiar. It could be your neighbors, anybody. Seem like they're familiar with you from the past, and so y'all may want to look at what's on your cameras. If y'all got, you know, like those cameras outside of your door, look and see if anybody look like they being nosy or paying attention to stuff or whatever. But somebody really just feel like they don't even want to be there. They like, but what is this for? Because somebody created a bunch of confusion around you. So yeah. So anyway, your commitment is being tested. And the commitment that's being talked about here is something that you committed to, like something that you committed to. And that's the high frequency. This is the high vibrating part of all of this, is that something that you committed to last cycle, right? Even though it was last year, but it was last cycle. Something that you said you believed in, a dream. And I'm not talking about like a dream that you had, I'm talking about like a vision you had, like source gave you a dream to believe in, like you said you wanted to start a business, or you some kind of download source gave you, and it just it's stuck with you. It's something that you said you've been always wanting to do, and you just never really gave up on it. It just keeps coming back. Whatever that dream is, source says you need to go for it. Your age is not a factor. If that's what you were worried about, age is not a factor, because it keeps coming back. It keeps coming back. So whatever that dream is, source is like, I keep bringing you closer and closer to it for a reason. I keep bringing, it's just like sources say, I'm bringing you closer and closer to it for a reason. And these are energies who are basically saying they're familiar with you, and they're watching every little thing that you're doing. Like they just like watching, like, you know, I'm familiar with this, I'm familiar with that, and using somebody as a pawn. Or what are they doing? What are they up to? What are they doing? I mean, as strange as that is, you know, you got these plants, these energies that's around you, that's planted around you, trying to figure out what's going on, like how you're making your money. People are talking. There's a bunch of confusion. So it's saying there's somebody who's seeing things from a higher frequency of you learning how to believe in yourself. You prayed for something and you believed in something, and something is actually happening. So there are people who actually are rooting for whatever it is that you believed in for you. And so, but you know, y'all know how it goes. Here we have the sync with the moon. Sync with the moon. So something is getting bigger and bigger. Like the 51 looks like 5 plus 1, 5 and 1 equals 6, right? So something is getting bigger and bigger. So the intensity of energy, familiar spirits, is getting bigger and bigger. It's becoming even more intense. Like some people are just about to burst with just nosiness, right? For real. You know, but your intensity for what you believed in is getting stronger and stronger. So something that you believed in, that's what your commitment is being tested. What did you commit to in terms of your dream? That's where you see the moon, because we talk about like your dreams, not something toxic that you committed to. We're talking about something big that you've been dreaming for, like hoping and dreaming for, like really believing in. If it's toxic, then I don't really know what to tell you. We're in a whole new year, whole new cycle. Everybody's frequency should be high. I mean, but so we'll see. We'll see. All right. Let's pull the last card. Yeah, but you got some energies around you that's like I said, you're trying to build or rebuild, or you're doing something. You got a lot of different types of energies around you, and it's something you prayed for. So yeah, tap into that well of joy within you, that light within you. That's right, you're trying to create something. Tap into that positivity, that light within you. Get all the confusion away from you, all of that. Toss it into a burning bowl. Get rid of all of it. Keep your vibrations high. Too many other positive things to focus on. Too many positive other things, you know, to focus on. All right, let's pull a number and let's close it out. Pull a number, let's close it out. That's how Source is pushing somebody to the light side. It's like getting you away from energies that you feel like, okay, just cause a bunch of confusion. Get away from that. Close out the cycle and move on. 33, I'm expanding. There it is. So any positive changes or projects that you're considering right now will be worth your while. Expect your power to manifest and create will be heightened. There it is. There's something to talk about right there. That's what somebody should be talking about. Light work. That's what somebody should be talking about right there. All right, that's what I have for you. Thank you for joining me. I will see you all in the next video. All right, bye.